Senator Boucher?
As someone who lives in Palmerton, we have put in a work order on the 31st of January on a broken door to a shower. We are still to get information when the door is going to be fixed, which is like in this state of constant repair, let's say. And yeah, it's been almost 20 days.
Right. Senator Lewis.
So I'll play ball here, but I'm also going to limit discussion after this. Restroom components are very special to you. Ask me how I know. When it comes especially to partition walls and doors, they're extremely special to you. They're cut to size, and when one breaks, they're typically hundreds of dollars because they're cut to size, they're antimicrobial, they're specialty parts. So, and you're saying you put in a work order on the 31st of January, so you're asking 3 weeks potentially for a manufacturer to create a new door and ship it to us. It's a pretty tight time frame, especially when we have to purchase things. We have purchase order for those. So I would say that we're still well within the time frame. More than likely, it's waiting to be repaired, and we currently have one tradesperson on campus whose specialty is doors, and think of the amount of doors that we have on campus. So that's my explanation for it. Hopefully it suffices for you, but again, I would like to say that we just start bringing these things to a housing director so that I don't have to explain the state of work orders on campus every week.
All right. All of that, I think there was a motion discussion by Senator Lewis. Seconded by Senator Malovich. All those in favor of the discussion say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. All right. Any other? All right. I think that's any other questions for Senator Malovich on his freshman report? Seeing none, moving on to our junior report, which I believe is Senator Keel this week.
Sidewalks are icy. And there was some surprise that classes were held these last couple of days when a lot of the area primary and secondary schools did not have class. And a report.
Secretary Garcia.
Provide some clarification about why the primary and secondary schools did not hold class. So, generally speaking, pound for pound, most of the buildings, especially the elementary schools, are significantly older than most of the buildings on campus and are holding significantly more students at one time and struggle significantly more to maintain heat. That's the general rule, not general, but just the general consensus given by most of the administration within the public school district.
Senator Wright.
Director Headley, correct me if I'm wrong, but the school, we only shut down when federal buildings also shut down, such as like the police station and stuff like that. That was the last time I heard of something like this. Do you know our policy in terms of when school shuts down?
Director Headley.
First, I don't make the decision. A little bit, but oftentimes it's gauging with like Darren Clavo, who is the meteorologist, getting feedback around for things. Sometimes it's never directly tied to what public schools are doing necessarily, but oftentimes you'll see it aligned with that. So there's the best person, and whoever, I don't know, maybe the two of you can just reach out to Geraldine, for example. It's the provost that's making that call. And so they can maybe give you that process. Here are the 5 things we look at to make this decision of whether or not we're going to call classes.
Right. Any other comments, questions, concerns to the junior senator report? Seeing none, move on to our international report.
No report.
No report. Moving on to our veteran report.
Suggestions from the veterans continue to be numerous and vulgar. This Saturday is the Nemo Outhouse Race. It's going to be not negative 40 degrees wind chill. Come out and enjoy some sun, eat a hot dog, and see people push bathroom toilets through mud. It's going to be a great time. You'll also be supporting the Shriners, which we're assisting with fundraising. Let's see. That should be important.
Alright, any comments, questions, concerns? Yes, Senator Sanders.
Is there a time and place for that?
Yeah, it's gonna be in Nemo. I'd be there about noon.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Alright, any other comments, questions, concerns for Senator Hill? Seeing none, moving on to our graduate report.
Still waiting on a report back from Barb Mustard regarding a time frame for meal plan offering changes and discussing that contract with Sodexo. I want to thank our generous advisors of Student Senate for nominating me to be on GAFAC. However, sadly, I'm unable to serve on it. So Senator Emeritus Kessinger is going to be serving in my place as of this afternoon instead for the GAFAC committee. End of report.
Any comments, questions, concerns for Senator Lewis? Seeing none, moving on to our non-traditional Senator report.
Okay, so I got a little bit of an update on the online scholarship database. Student testing is going to be coming soon, and the goal is to have everything done and ready by the end of this semester. So, end of report.
All right. Any comments, questions, concerns for the non-traditional for Senator Camps? Seeing none, moving on to our committee reports, starting with Constitution Committee.
We have some things to look into, so we'll be doing that. Thank you for looking or listening to me speak about graduate movement science, fixing that, whatever I need to fix. And we'll be cooking away, so.
Any comments, questions, concerns for Constitution Committee? Seeing none, moving on to our Public Relations Committee.
No report outside of what has already been shared.
Perfect. Any comments, questions, concerns for Public Relations Committee? Seeing none, moving on to our Government Relations Committee.
I don't really have much. Senate Bill 100 has been read in the House and referred to House State Affairs. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you updated on that. Other than that,
Any comments, questions, concerns for Government Relations Committee? Seeing none, moving on to our Student Affairs Committee.
The students are cold, but otherwise faring well. And besides that, I have no report.
Alright. Any comments, questions, concerns for Student Affairs? Seeing none, moving on to our Campus and Ad Hoc Committee. Any Campus or Ad Hoc Committee reporters? Senator Arafe?
The Wellness Fair was a huge success. They had like 113 more people than they wanted, like the target the bill was. So they wanted, I heard that from Coach Dales, or Director of the Wellness Center. So he wanted to send a thank you, say, I hope you guys keep what you all.
Alright. Any comments, questions, concerns for the Wellness Committee? Seeing none, any other ad hoc or university committee reports? Seeing none, moving on to upcoming Senate business. We'll be working on just fleshing out more of those ad hoc committees as well as working with those constitution changes. Other than that, I believe that is all upcoming Senate business. Yeah. And any comments, questions, concerns, any other upcoming Senate business? Seeing none, moving on to announcements. Any announcements? CFO Lockwood.
Finance meeting immediately after this.
Senator Leonard.
No GR committee meetings.
Alright, any other announcements? Any motions? Senator Bosted. Motion carried by Senator Bosted. Senator Keel. Seconded by Senator Keel. All those in favor of adjournment say aye. Same sign.
Everyone in finance committee go to the Senate office as fast as possible.